Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. It's about that time. Let's go take that walk and see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. This is going to be a big beer. This is Avery's Samaels, Samaels Oak Aged Ale. And this says, I might have to put my Santa Claus glasses on. Annual release March 2014, and on Beer Advocate it's got 2007 up to 2013, batch 3 through batch 9, and this is 2014 batch number 10, so it's not listed there. This is a great big beer coming in at 14.2% ABV. The funny thing about this, I got 2 beer mail packages at the same day, one from Parrish and one from Nate, and they both had one of these in the box. So I thought it was very funny coincidence that they both sent me the same beer in their beer mail packages. So this is the one from Parrish. Nate, he put a note on there that I could cellar that one if I wanted to, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So Nate, I'm gonna put yours into the fridge downstairs. I'm gonna cellar it, and I'm gonna do this one fresh, and then we'll revisit this thing in a couple years and see how it changes. So this is the batch number 10, and he also said it was ready to drink, but at 14.2%, I mean, it's really got to be boozy. I mean, you really have to have your palate on when you're going to drink a 14.2% beer. So this is kind of fresh. It was just done this year. So I'm really expecting it to be kind of boozy. I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's not, but it is what it is. This is an English style barley wine, and they have 16.90% on this, and I don't know which batch. That was the 2013 batch according to what they have here. 2007 was 14.5, 2008 was 15.5, 2009 was 16.45, 2010 was 15.82, 2011 was 15.31, 2012 was 15.47, 2013 was 16.90, and 2014 is 14.2%. So each year that they do this, it's had a different ABV, and whether the recipe is changing or that is what it ends up being, brewing a beer that big, I do not know. And Avery is known for brewing some really big beers. I've got some downstairs that are in this 14 to 17% that I've been cellaring for quite a while. So I'm really glad that I got one from Parrish and one from Nate. We're going to do one fresh, and we're going to put the other one away. I really haven't looked at the bottle that Nate sent me, whether it was a 2014 edition. It probably is if he just purchased it and sent it to me. So got a feeling both of these are the batch number 10, the 2014 edition. So like I said, we're going to do one fresh, and in a couple of years we'll do the other one that Nate sent me. So Parrish, Nate, thanks again, brothers, for sending me these beers. It's nice to get 2 of them, like especially when they're this big, so I can do one fresh and do one cellar in a couple years. So Nature's is going into the fridge downstairs, and we'll revisit that beer in a couple of years and see if it changes and if the booziness subsides, because I got a feeling this is going to be fairly boozy, but he says it's ready to drink, so we'll see. Alright guys, let's get on with this one. We'll go over to the, let's see, there is no commercial description here. Commercial description over on Right Beer. Samael is the prince of demons, the angel of death, a curser and destroyer filled with enmity, Towards man he planted the vine, the forbidden tree of paradise. Behold his venom and vengeance, both sweet and tempting, enticing you, his spellbound victim with his wings. Samael Ale is super caramelly oak-aged English-style strong ale. Perhaps the least hoppy sacrilege here at Avery's beer we brewed. To accentuate the malt, the oak is very apparent in this rich and high-gravity ale, adding additional depth and complexity with a woody and cask-like nose and a pronounced vanilla flavor on the palate. This potent ale is second installment along with the Beast, which I have downstairs, and our Demons of Ale series, brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, turbino, sugar, hops, yeast, and American oak chips. And they have 2011 at 15.3 and 2014 at 14.2, which is what this one is, a 2014 edition. Food pairings for this beer. Cheeses, a sharp blue cheddar, your more pungent cheeses, or your stronger cheeses, Gorgonzola Limburger. And it says here general and digestive. I mean, this is going to be either after dinner or before dinner. I don't know what dinner you would eat to go with 14.2% beer, because you're going to taste that beer no matter what you're eating. The glassware, the pint, a becker, the non-bucket tumbler, the snifter, oversized wine glass. I got the double glass today. And it says can be cellared for long periods under the proper conditions, and I would agree with that. At 14.2% being a barley wine, this would probably keep for 10 to 20 years. It really, really would. So, without further ado, and I know how Avery is, they Loctite their label, they're full on. I mean, it is just glued on tighter than Dick's hat band. So, see if we can get this off without having a bunch of fall go down into the bottle. Several people have asked about the beer openers. I have one blue one left, and it is spoken for. One of the subs said that he was going to get it here in June. So if you're listening, this is June, so you need to contact me this week. Otherwise, I'm going to give it to somebody else. I'm holding one in reserve because the guy said he don't get paid till the first of the month, so I can respect that. So we're in the first week of June. So let me know if you're wanting this opener. Otherwise, we're going to give it to somebody else. So let's get this into the glass. And as soon as the last blue one goes, we're going to reorder a new batch. And as soon as they come in, I'll do a video, guys. Semi-aggressive pour on that. Hands up with us a finger of head. Looks very good in the glass. I can see the bulb right through it. Few small tiny bubbles streaming up. It is a rich red copper tone, almost to the burgundy stage. Looks very good in the glass. This is a big beer, a sipper, not a chugger. 14.2% English style barley wine. I don't think I have an IBU rating on this. Let me look. IBUs are 41, so it's not a lot of bitterness in this, so it should be fairly sweet. Let's get a nose on it. I'm getting rich caramel, toffee, dark fruit, and alcohol. Now there is some alcohol in there. I mean, it'd be impossible for them to brew a 14.2% and not have some booziness to it. I'm just hoping it's not going to be overly boozy and be like drinking rubbing alcohol. My palate enjoys beers between the 6 and 11, 12%. Once they get above that, they really got a heavy boozy taste to me. It does have a fruitiness in there, though. I will give it that. But the alcohol is definitely present in the nose. So let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Parrish. Cheers, Nate, for sending both the same bottle of beer on the same day. Nate, we're going to sell yours. Parrish, this is yours. Cheers. Wow. I am pleasantly surprised that it's not more boozy than what it is. This is drinkable. This is a very nice beer. a very sweet beer. Heavy dark fruit, maybe raisins, figs, plums, maybe some candied sugar in there. The alcohol in the nose is stronger than the taste to me. As long as you're aware that you're drinking at 14.2%, you kind of get an idea of what you're actually sipping on and what you're tasting. Wow, this is a well-made beer. Nate, you are correct. It is drinkable right now. I'm kind of blown away that it's not more boozy than it is to be a beer that big, and especially to be as fresh as it is, being a 2014 edition of this beer. So, thumbs up to Parrish and Nate and to Avery for brewing a great beer. I mean, this is very pleasant. This is a sipper, guys, so it's probably going to take me 35-45 minutes. I'm going to let the other half have a sip or two out of this one, whatever she wants, and we'll come back and we'll do the final chug on this one, but it is very, very pleasant. I'm pleasantly surprised that it's not more boozy than it is. So let's let it warm up. It's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees, and see if it changes any, if it gets more boozy, less boozy, the same, and we'll come back and do the final chug and grade on this one, guys. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Been sipping on it here about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. The booziness is still there in the nose, but it drinks very, very well. A lot of dark fruit, dates, raisins, plums, candied sugar. Delicious beer. Nate, you were right. It is drinkable now. I can't wait to sell her one of these, especially the one you sent me, for a couple of years and see how it changes. Let's do the final chug. Dates, raisins, caramel, toffee, candied sugar, slight hint of booziness, but my gosh, it's 14.2%, so you're going to get that. As long as you're aware of that, it's going to be no surprise that you're drinking a big beer like this. English barley wine, or they call it a strong ale, but to me it's more into the line of the barley wine. Very tasty, very drinkable for a fresh 14.2% ABV beer. Easy for me to say after drinking a 14.2% beer. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's got the batch number on there and the year, and basically that's all we need for a beer this big at 14.2% ABV. I liked it. It's very tasty. In my book, my rating, I would give this a 9 out of 10. It's that good. Pleasantly surprised that it is as drinkable as it is at 14.2%. I was expecting it to be a lot more boozier than it is. So very well made beer for a beer this big, guys. So 9 out of 10 is what I'm giving it. Let's see what everybody else thinks. We'll go over to Beer Advocate first. Beer Advocate says 87 in their good range. I think that's very conservative for a rating for this beer, that boozy, that fresh, and that big of an ABV. Can't wait to sell this one for several years and see how it changes. So stick around for that one, and I don't know exactly when I'm going to do it. I'm going to put that one down in the fridge downstairs, and we'll see where that one ends up here in a couple of years. Yeah, got some bugs flying around in here. Alright guys, delicious. I love this one. So let's see what Rate Beer says. Rate Beer says, oh, here we go, 97 overall and 86 in the style. I don't know what the style numbers are. That's just an average of what everybody says and commented about the beer. 97 overall. That's about where I put it. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, it would be between 97 and 99. So, or between 96 and a 98, somewhere in that vicinity. It's a 9 out of 10, guys, as far as I'm concerned. And when we revisit this one in a couple of years, it may even come up to a 10. I'm not sure. So we'll see. Time will tell where this one ends up. And of course, my palate will probably change a little bit between now and then. I don't really care to drink a lot of beers that are this big in ABV, this fresh. So, but this one, like Nate says, is very drinkable right now. So, I liked it. Parrish, thanks for sending me this particular one, and Nate, thanks for sending me the other one, which we're going to cellar. I did enjoy this. If any of you guys have had this one, Avery's Samaels, S-A-M-A-E-L-S, Oak Age Ale. There is a little bit of vanilla and woody taste to it, but it's very subdued by the alcohol and the dark fruit that I'm getting. So, very tasty. Very tasty for the final beer of the evening. I loved it. I loved it pretty good. So, thanks, Parrish, for sending me this one. It was a very tasty beer from Avery, which they are known for producing some really big beers. So, not done a lot of their monster beers like this one, very fresh, because usually when I buy those, I stick them down in the fridge to cellar for a while. And just so happens that I've got 2 of these the same day from 2 different guys for me to review. And we're going to sell the other one and see where it ends up. So if you've had this one from Avery, Samaels Oak Aged Ale, let me know what you think of it, guys. And let's see what's in that fridge tomorrow. See you then.